Welcome back to another edition of Celtics Spotlight here on the Carlow Sports Network. I'm Sean Meyers, joined by a freshman for the Carlow men's basketball team, AJ Sharp. AJ, thank you for taking the time to do this. Mentioned that you're a freshman, so it's a big adjustment going from high school basketball to collegiate basketball. What have been some of the biggest factors you've had to adjust to?
I'd probably say just like getting used to the speed of the game, the shot clock. That I had to get used to that. Our first couple practices, the first couple games I was initiated in, but overall, just the speed of the game, I'd say, was the hardest part to get used to. You
mentioned the shot clock. There's been a lot of debate. Should Pennsylvania have a shot clock for high school basketball? You played without one. Would you like to see one for future high schoolers?
Yeah, I do, because I feel like it just gets teams moving more. I feel like the flow of the game will be better. See less zones, more man-to-man and stuff like that.
It's early in your college career, but to this point, what's your best attribute?
I think my defense is my best attribute. I take pride in defense. Like, that's one thing, players always want to talk about offense, but I take pride in, stopping my man first before I get going.
Another area where I'm sure you take pride is the fact that you've played in every game so far this season. There's only 3 Carlow players who have. What does that mean to you to be out on the floor every single game?
It just means that it shows how much I care, and I really want to be out there, do whatever it takes for my team to win or be in the game. So cool.
I know the record's not where the Celtics where they want it to be, but when you look at this team from the start of the season to now, what have been the biggest areas of improvement?
I think we just came together more as a team. I know at the beginning of the year we were just kind of like chemistry just wasn't there, but I feel like as everything started to fall into place, we just all became closer on and off the court. So.
There's been a bit of a pipeline between Jeannette and Carlow for men's basketball. You're the third former Jayhawk to join this team. Of course, Miles Sunder, the first Swade Redmond on the team now. Did those two help in the recruiting process at all?
Yeah, they did. Since I first moved to Jeannette, or even the summer before, we was always in the gym working out in the summer, and just being with those guys all the time. And I was just like, it'd be cool to come down here and play with Swade, and both being from Jeannette and stuff.
That certainly was a factor. What were the other factors that led to your decision to come here?
I really like the location, like being right in the city of everything, and just around, Pitt, and it was a great school, just education-wise, to go to as well. So, yeah.
Very early in your college life, but do you have a major and an ideal future profession?
Yes, my major is political science, and I hope to do something along with my law degree, try and change policies with inner cities and be a lawyer or something like that.
So there's a lot of challenges, especially for freshmen when they're playing a college sport. How have you handled playing basketball, getting your classwork done, and having a social life at the college level?
I just always make sure to get my work done first, or just keep in mind of what I have to do at least before I do anything else. If I know I got practice, I make sure to fit in my work, and then the weekend, leave my weekend open to do stuff that I'd like to do.
You have the Jeannette hoodie on right now. We already talked about the pipeline. Jeannette has great football tradition, but it also has great basketball tradition. How did your 2 years playing there get you prepared for college basketball?
It's just, I say the competitiveness. At Jeannette, everything's competitive, whether it's pick-up, practice, or the games. It's just everyone from Jeannette takes pride in winning, and it just helped carry over to my college career.
You were at Greensburg-Salem. You were at Jeannette. What stands out as your fondest high school memory?
I'd definitely say going to states and Whitfield playoffs my junior and senior year. It was just an experience that no one could ever take from me, and I really just enjoyed that.
You had unique experiences because you played in a higher classification with the Golden Lions, and then you played in a smaller classification with the Jayhawks. Does any one player stand out as the best individual you went against in high school?
Best individual? Not off the top of my head.
How about a team? Was there a team that you thought was really outstanding?
I'd say Sewickley, or that Gateway team my junior year, I believe, with Kronka. Kronka was a problem down the post.
He's having a great college career now at Pitt Johnstown.
Mm-hmm.
I know people all across the world, whether they're basketball fans or not, were affected by the death of Kobe Bryant. but I'm sure for basketball players it was even more meaningful. What was your reaction to that?
I was shocked. I was in my room. Me and my roommate Cross. He says to me, he's like, "Kobe died." I was like, "What?" Like, and he was like, "No, for real." And I just all day I'm like waiting for something, scrolling on social media, like this can't be true. But sadly, it was.
Any superstitions or pregame rituals you have?
I listen to the same song before every time I go out on the court. Same 2 songs every time. So yeah.
Are you a big social media guy?
Not really. No.
Do you have one that's your favorite though?
Snapchat.
Snapchat. Yeah. Okay. If you were to wake up tomorrow with $1 million, I'm sure first off you'd be very happy. But what would you do first with the money?
Oh, that's tough. I'd probably pay off my parents' house, honestly, and then worry about my school loans and debt first, and then go on from there.
I think you'd be in good shape with $1 million. Lastly, what's the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
Oh, yeah, that's tough. I gotta think about that one. Probably my dad told me, he was like, a goal without a plan is a dream. So that always just stuck with me. He's like, you can't want to have a goal to do something without a plan to get there. It's just a dream, man.
So hopefully you have goals and a plan to get there, not only the rest of this year, but the rest of your career at Carlow. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
That's AJ Sharp, a freshman for the men's basketball team here on the Celtics Spotlight.